You need to get clear of the ship, away from fire, wreckage and any suction from the sinking ship. Lookouts may be needed to watch for survivors in the water. Use the lifeboats and rescue boats to tow life rafts clear and use painters to keep the survival craft together so you can share resources. Your radio distress message should have sent the ship's position. Stream the sea anchors to help stay nearby so that you can be found. When you have stabilized the situation, you can set up your detection equipment. Tie the EPIRB to the grab rail outside. Switch it on if it's not water activated. Rig the radar reflector and the SART as high as possible. And try calling for help on a VHF radio. Keep equipment neatly stowed so that it cannot be lost in the event of heavy seas and gather up any useful floating debris. Signaling mirrors and whistles can be used almost indefinitely, but do not use all your flares or flatten your radio batteries unless you have a realistic chance of getting attention from a rescuer. Meanwhile, you should check for injured persons and treat them using the first aid kit provided. Drowning is one of the 4 main causes of death amongst people in distress at sea, so you should prevent flooding by keeping doorways closed. Bail out the inside of the craft to maintain stability and buoyancy. If you are wet when entering the survival craft, you will soon get cold and may suffer from hypothermia. Take off wet clothing and dry it as best you can. Put on blankets, thermal protective aids or immersion suits. In addition, you can sit or lie close together to keep warm. However, do not get overheated, as this will make you sweat and want to drink, and water is valuable. Remove immersion suits and ventilate the craft in hot weather. In an enclosed survival craft, most people will become seasick within minutes. As this will dehydrate you more quickly, take anti-seasickness pills as soon as practicable after boarding and keep a plastic bag close. Using a sick bag will help to keep the craft clean and hygienic. At first, it could be a bad idea to eat, partly because of seasickness and also because eating dehydrates you. You don't know when help will arrive, so food and water should be rationed. When a rescue vessel is in view, make your position obvious by calling on a radio distress frequency, by setting off your pyrotechnics at intervals, or by using the torch, heliograph or whistle. Be careful when leaving the survival craft. You may be weaker than you realize after your experience. Helicopters are often used for rescues, but preparations must be made to minimize dangers. Put down all antennas, and try to clear as large an area as possible for winching. In life rafts, you may have to flatten a canopy. Hopefully, you will never have to abandon ship or fall overboard. But it is essential that you become familiar with the life-saving equipment and procedures on your vessel.